Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on the new Anastasia Stick Foundation. So let me just start off by saying if I sound like really bad, it's because I've been sick for like the past week, but I really wanted to get this video up because I've been really wanting to try this foundation and I finally got it. So I will be trying it out today. It's already pretty late, like I just got home from work, so it's not going to be like a full entire day that I'm going to be trying this out on my face, but I will have it long enough to give a good like first impressions and like thoughts and stuff. To start off, I have said this before in other videos, I do have dry skin. This is the reason why I kind of hesitated buying it until now, because I heard it was really like good for oily skin, but my friend has dry skin and she said that it was okay, like it wasn't too matte. And when I did swatch it at the store, like it didn't seem that matte anyways. I don't really think it's going to be too bad on my dry skin. I usually use a hydrating primer anyway, so I do have dry skin. In MAC foundations, I am an NC20 right now. I am more tan than I usually am in like the winter and fall and stuff. So I think during those times I'm like an NC15. But right now my skin tone is an NC20, so I got the shade Beige. Now on the like comparisons that I was seeing online for like MAC foundations to the stick foundation, an NC20 is warm ivory. The warm ivory that I swatched on my face was way too pink, and the beige is a lot more yellow undertone, which is what I am. So that's why I got beige. The other ones were either too dark or too light. I have a very weird skin tone. It's very hard for me to find foundations that actually match me, so let's hope that this works. I did swatch it right here at the store and it seemed okay, so yeah. I'm going to do one side with a beauty blender and then one side with a brush to see which one I like better and see which way it applies better too. So I'm going to start off with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I use this primer every single day, whether I use like a dewy or a matte foundation. So I know how foundations work on top of this. So I'm going to just go ahead and take the foundation. And if you guys are wondering how much product you get in here, you get 0.32 ounces or 9 grams. This is how much you get in here. It doesn't seem like that much, to be honest. It is only $25, so I don't know. This one has 32 ounces. The Makeup Forever HD stick has 0.44 ounces or 12.5 grams, so about 3 grams more, but this is like $44 and this is $25. It's like almost half the price, so I can look past that if it is a little bit more cheaper. I'm just going to go ahead and just put this on my face. I don't know how much to put on my face, to be honest. Dragging it on my skin like this, it seems like it's going to be a little more matte than I thought. Because when I use the Makeup Forever HD stick, it doesn't feel like this. It's a lot more like it just glides on the skin more, but that one is super dewy. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this side out with a beauty blender. I feel like it's a little bit harder to blend out. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I feel like I need more. I'm going to go ahead and do this side with a brush. I'm using the Morphe E6. And I personally like using the Makeup Forever HD stick with a brush. But definitely blend it out faster with a brush. I'm just adding a little bit more. I think this color matches me pretty well though. And I'm not really like swirling it or anything. I'm kind of just buffing it, like tapping it in with the brush. I feel like I have to keep adding more, you know? Like I keep reaching for the stick. So my first impressions with it on is that it looks really nice. Like it doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation. It kind of just looks like skin, which I like. It doesn't look cakey. I definitely like the side that I blended it out with the Beauty Blender side more than the one with the brush. I feel like when I applied it with the brush, it was a little bit more dry, and that might just be because I have dry skin. Right now my skin is pretty normal, but for the most part my skin is more dry. But I really like the way it looks. It is a little bit dry on my nose. Like, I can see it there. And it's kind of set, but not quite like the way that I like my foundation to be set. So I will set it with a powder, but I usually do that regardless, unless it's like the L'Oreal Pro Matte, which doesn't need to be set at all. I usually do set all my foundations with a powder anyway. But first impressions, I think it looks really nice. It looks like skin. It looks very natural. I would say it's about like a medium. You could probably build it to like a full coverage foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the rest of my makeup on now, and I'm going to say I don't love it and I don't hate it. I can't really tell I can't really tell if I like it or not yet. I will say it is pretty matte, but it doesn't, like, my skin doesn't feel too dry, but it is a pretty matte foundation. So I definitely think this would be a very good foundation for normal combo oily skin, which is what it was intended for anyway. So if I'm over here complaining that it's too matte, that's my own fault, because it is marketed as a foundation for combination to oily skin, because it is a matte foundation. I did set it a little bit with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I use this powder all the time. It doesn't like really make my foundations matte, so even though it says it's a stay matte powder, it's just a really nice powder that I like to use. I've been using it for years, but I do think it looks really nice. It honestly, I'm using like my big ass mirror now. Honestly, like, it looks really nice now that I'm looking at it. I had it on already for like almost an hour. It has been like a while since it's like, you know, warmed up to my skin and stuff. I do think it looks really nice now that I'm looking at it with all my makeup on. Any glow that you see is highlight. It's not from the foundation. Like I said, the foundation is really matte. It is like a really good matching color, I would say. I know that this will not match me in a couple months. When September, October comes, I start losing my tan and I end up being really pale. So I know that this won't end up matching me, so I don't know how long I'll be able to be this color. But like I said earlier, I am using the shade Beige. I am an NC20 right now in MAC. In the L'Oreal Pro Matte, I'm Golden Beige. That is for this skin tone. Once it's like gets later on in the year, I'm very pale. I will say that I do like it so far. I think it looks really nice. It doesn't feel too dry. I'm actually going to spray my face a little bit with some Fix Plus. So I have a little bit of hydration back in my face. I would say it kind of gives off almost the same finish that the L'Oreal Pro Matte does, which is my favorite foundation. So I'm liking it so far. I'm going to wear this foundation for literally as long as possible. Right now at this moment, like I said, it's been on for about an hour. So it is 6:23 in the evening almost. I really wanted to film this earlier, but I got off of work late. So I could only film it today, and I wanted to film it regardless because I was really excited. Like, I'm really excited to wear it and see. I might go do some errands because I'm still looking for something to wear to a wedding this weekend, and I haven't found anything yet, so I might go do that. Even though it's 6:30 in the evening. Is it evening? It's 6:30 evening. It's still freaking 90 degrees outside. So, perks of living in California. So, I'm gonna wear this for as long as I possibly can today. I do work in the morning, so I can't stay up too late. But so far, first impressions, I do like it. I was kind of iffy at first, but once I started looking at my face, I do really like it. It didn't cling on to any dry patches. It is kind of settling in my fine lines now that I'm looking at it. I'm just gonna set that with powder a little bit. But honestly, literally every single foundation I have settles in my like laugh line, so I'm just used to it by now. But yeah, really liking it so far. If you guys are wondering, my highlight is the Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlight. That's what's on my face right now. It's actually really pretty. I thought it was too dark for me when I first tried it on, but I like it. Okay, so I will check back in with you guys either in a little while or the final check-in later on today. Okay, so it is 1:30 in the morning. I tried to keep this on as long as possible. My voice is starting to go again, so if that's why I sound all raspy, that's why. I do think this foundation is worth it. Over time, it ends up looking better and better. It's so weird, but I love the way it looks now that like it's been on for a long time. I think it looks beautiful. It doesn't look heavy. I personally really like it. Earlier I was kind of like, I don't know, but like I actually really do like it. It looks really, really nice. So I do recommend this. Even if you have dry skin, I have dry skin and I think it looks perfectly fine. I don't think it's too matte. But then again, everything works differently for everyone. What may work for me may not work for you, so I don't know. I think if you have like normal combination oily skin, you will like this too. I think it will work for everybody, to be honest. Anyways, this is my final check-in. I've had it on for about 7 hours and I think it looks amazing. My voice is just so bad right now. Final thoughts, I do like this. I love it. I do recommend it. I think you should check it out. But anyways, if you guys liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.